Hey everyone, I've been getting actually quite a few emails about a honey jar, on how to construct one or how to make your own. And I have a video that I posted a couple years ago on a honey jar that I made a long time ago. And since then I've kind of made it a little bit better, but I'm going to show you kind of like a basic way to set up a honey jar and what you can do to make it your own. The purpose for a honey jar, or a hoodoo honey jar, or a love jar, or is to sweeten somebody or a situation to you. Or you can even attract money, actually, with a honey jar. But this is just a basic honey jar for a relationship that you just got in. This is not for trying to get someone to love you. This is after that. This is like to make a relationship grow, or to, like, if you just started a relationship with somebody, this will help it become more solid, and it'll also help the person really open up to you. It also acts kind of like as a binding agent, like the more you feed your jar, the more you take care of it. So what you're going to need is a jar like this, a mason jar. Okay. And you're going to take this jar, and you're going to get some Florida water. Okay, and then you're gonna put some on a rag. I use this to clean a lot of my materials that I get. I use black and white. I use black to absorb all the negative vibrations that may be on it, and then I use the white side to cleanse it. It's all about color and vibration. But you want to clean it with Florida water. Let me see. Okay. You want to clean your jar with Florida water. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper, like a part paper, out of this. Okay. This is the brown paper bag. And so you're going to want to cut out about this size with your fingers. And what you're going to do is, hold on. You're going to take a pen, preferably a red pen, or you might want to try to use like, what do you call it, a feather quill, and use Dove's Blood ink. That'll work really, really well. But what you're going to do is you're going to write the person's name this way, okay, a total of 7 times. Then you're going to turn the paper this way, and you're going to write your name over them a total of 9 times, thus dominating the situation. So when you have that written out, you can take something round like this, and you want to draw a circle around the names without stopping. And then you're going to, because around the circle, you're going to write a phrase or the intent of what you want to happen. And you're going to write that around the names without stopping. Not even to cross your T's or to dot your I's. You need to finish completely. And if you know there's a gap or there's still space, then just continue to write the same phrase over until it connects into the rest of the circle. So with your name paper aside, you're going to take your jar, and you want to get some rose buds, okay? And you're going to fill the jar up. I'm not going to take them out, but you're going to fill the jar up, fill the bottom of the jar with rose buds, because you're gonna put this name paper in there, but you want to put it on a bed of roses. So you want to take your jar with your roses, and you're going to take your name paper, and what you're going to do now is, if you have any personal concerns or articles of the individual that you're doing a star for. You're going to put that in this paper because you're going to fold it to you 3 times to you, and it's going to go in there. So, but this is called a name paper, by the way. You're going to take your name paper, you're going to put any hair or nail clippings in the jar, and then you want to fold it to you this way 3 times, okay? And then once you have that folded, you want to take a love oil, such as, oh, this is a good love oil, lover's oil, and you want to anoint the name paper, and then you're going to stick that in there on the bed of rosebuds. After you have that in there, you want to take a piece of rose quartz. Rose quartz is really good for love and friendship, especially like honest, true love. And you're going to stick that in there. You're going to bring it up to your third eye and pray and give this rose quartz an intent, a job to do. So we want to hold it up to our third eye and speak thoughts into the rose quartz, and then we're going to add that in there. Then what you want to do is you want to take some lavender, dried lavender, okay, with the intention to bring a lot of calmness to the relationship, so that there is no arguments and there's no fighting. Lavender is a really good emotional sedative, and lavender is really good for love, but it's also really good to soothe things out, and it's very healing. So you want to put that on top of the rose quartz and the name paper and the roses. So after you have that in the jar, you want to make sure that you have some kind of sweetener. Okay, when I say sweetener, I mean either honey, syrup. I know that you can use sugar cane syrup, molasses, but it all depends upon the skin tone of the person that you're doing the jar on. So like if the person is white, you might want to use a more lighter color sweetener. Like, okay, this is a ginger syrup, but it's really light. You see that? So it depends on the skin tone. You want to match. So once you have all of your ingredients in there, you're going to take your sweetener and you're going to fill up the jar, okay? And then you want to dress it with oils. Now, you can combine oils to make a certain formula for your condition. I have here hummingbird oil, and then I have lover's oil, a strawberry oil, and I have an Aquarius oil. So the way you put your oils in accounts on how you put them in, which ones you put in first, because you're sending out an intention every time you put a drop of oil in there, and you want it to go in order. So the first thing I use Aquarius oil because this person happens to be an Aquarius, and I want to really make this jar representative of them. So I'm going to put a couple drops of Aquarius oil in there. Now that I have that situated, the next thing I want to do is I want to take some strawberry oil and add a couple drops in there, because I want this person to feel happy when they think of me. And strawberry oil is really good for inducing happiness, for like puppy love feelings, really nostalgic feelings, that innocence. So next after that, I want to add hummingbird oil, because hummingbird oil increases your love vibrations to where you attract a lot of friendship and a lot of lasting, honest love. So we want to inspire that. So we would add the hummingbird oil Next, and the last oil I would use is lover's oil, because this is what we're trying to accomplish, and we're trying to accomplish a relationship. So I would add a couple drops of lover's oil. Now that I have all my ingredients in the jar and I have my jar topped with oils, you need to breathe life into the jar by taking the jar in your hands like this and visualize what exactly it is that you want to happen. Don't think about how it's going to happen. Think about it as if it's already happening. So see the mental images in your mind of you with your partner, holding your partner, being in bed with your partner, going out and doing things with your partner. See that in your head, and see that in the jar. Like, push those thoughts into the jar. And then you're going to breathe into the jar like this. A total of 3 times to give the jar life. And once we've blown into the jar, we're going to seal it up, and we're never going to open it unless we want to break the spell for any reason, which you can do. Once you have your jar constructed, you need to put it in a place where it can live, because the jar becomes alive the more and more you feed it. So you want to feed it. The way you feed it is by burning candles on top of it. So you want to take a white candle, a pink candle, and a red candle. And every day for 9 days, you're going to light a candle on top of it, like so. And what you can do is you can take your lighter and, where's my lighter? You know, and light the bottom of it, and so that wax drips and melts onto your candle so it sticks, and then you can burn it. Now, every time we light a candle on the jar, right after we light it, we say a prayer or an affirmation or an intention. So with the white candle, I would use this to make sure that there are no obstacles in our path, that negativity is cleared from our path and our relationship. So I would light that candle. The next day, I would light a pink candle, because I want to inspire friendship, and I want to inspire trust, and I want to inspire romance. So I would light that candle as well. And you want to let them light down, and you want the jar to cover with wax and let it build and build. This gives the jar a life, and it becomes an entity. It becomes it becomes the servitor, basically. Next, I want to light a red candle for passion, for sex, for lust, for, you know, carnal desires, because that's the intention that's going to go into the jar as well. Every day for 9 days, 1 white one, 1 pink one, and then 1 red one. White, pink, red, white, pink, red, white, pink, red, okay, for 9 days. And then you want to, after the 9 days are over, you want to put the jar away in a really dark, secluded area. And when you feel that you need to take it out again, you can take it out and light more candles when you feel you need to, you know, it's not holding. Because these jars usually take up to 3 months to have full potential. I mean, the results can start way sooner than that, but for it to have its full potential, it usually takes up to 3 months. And you want to do one every year. Especially because especially when you go into the new year, you don't want to bring in anything negative from the past year into the new year. So you try to do one at least once a year when you're with your partner. So I hope that answered some of your questions. I'm going to be making a few video responses to some people who made a video response to my video last night about starting a conversation, and I'm going to get to it soon. But I will plan on coming back on in a little bit and I've gotten a few more questions, especially about black magic, and I'll just give you a few tips, or not tips, but like direct you where you can find information. A lot of that stuff I keep to myself. Like things like this, I don't mind sharing because you can read about it in the book, and there's a bunch of other videos on YouTube that will show you how to construct honey jar. But this is just my version. So, I'm still doing readings for $25 through PayPal, and I'm also doing a lot of altar work. So if there's anything that you need to do, contact me through my email, and maybe we can set up a consultation for you. But other than that, this was a honey jar, and I hope you enjoyed this video.